slideshow is going to cover the group agreements for our sex education unit. Group agreements are kind of like the ground rules for our course. The group agreements for this unit are behaviors that we can all follow in order to promote mature and responsible discussions in class. So each of our agreements or behaviors is represented by a picture. So here is our first agreement, ELMO. ELMO, or ELMO, is for enough, let's move on. In this course, topics or discussions might happen where we might get really excited about talking about an issue. We go on and on and on, or maybe we get off track a little bit. So there might come a time where your instructor needs to ELMO the conversation. Enough, let's move on. The next one is a football player. Any idea what this could be for? Well, the football player is getting ready to make a pass. And in our class, everyone has the right to pass. I always encourage discussions, and I will love it when you ask questions and speak up and participate. However, your instructor will never force you to share any personal information that you're not comfortable sharing. If it's basic factual concepts like going over the information on a study guide or something, your teacher should be able to call on any one of you to share the answers. But if it's something personal, you always have the right to pass. Respect is the next one. That's Aretha Franklin singing Respect. And just like it sounds, respect. We expect you to be respectful in class, respectful with your comments, respectful towards one another, respectful towards your instructor, and all the material that is presented. Next is a microphone. And this represents one person speaking at a time. So if you have something to share, awesome, raise your hand. Let's let one person speak at a time, and then we can move on to another person. Please don't talk over your classmates. Okay, next ground rule. This one should be obvious. No cell phones, no videos, no pictures, etc. As an instructor, I certainly do not want my picture or videos of me presenting information in class to be put online or shared with people without my consent. So I'm sure your classmates don't want that either. So let's make sure that all of us keep our cell phones away. You have no reason to use it in class. You all have your Chromebooks and other devices to use. So that's what we'll use. No cell phones, no videos, no pictures at all. All right, next one, eyes. These eyes are focusing and paying attention, and that is what your teachers will expect of you during this unit. Please focus, please pay attention. There's a lot of information in this unit, so if you pay attention, things will go a lot better. All right, any idea what this is? It looks like a file all locked up. And this represents confidentiality. So I want you to know that if you share something, whether it's aloud in class or maybe in something written, an assignment you turn in perhaps, that information doesn't go any further than me, unless it's something that your instructor has to report. Remember, your teachers are mandated reporters, which means we have to report anything about suicide and abuse. So if that information is revealed, I cannot keep it a secret. Your teachers cannot keep that information confidential. But anything else shared in class will be kept confidential. All right, this one is similar. We have the person standing at the door, and this is just a reminder that nothing leaves the room. The stuff we talk about in this class, although completely appropriate, doesn't need to leave the room. For example, maybe a classmate asks a question or makes a comment, and you maybe felt that was inappropriate, or maybe you didn't agree with it. You don't have to agree with it, but that doesn't mean you have to go and spread rumors about that either. So let's keep our course content in the classroom, please. Okay, here's a clock. The clock just represents a behavior of being respectful of time. So make sure you're showing up on time, make sure you're turning assignments in on time. Make sure you're getting your work done on time. When you're given time in class to work, take advantage of that. Be respectful of the time given to you. All right, a medical dictionary. This represents proper terminology that will be used in class. So we won't be using slang words. We'll be using all the proper medical terminology for body parts and functions. All right, so this shows a person climbing stairs. Are they going up? Are they going down? All right, this stands for step up, step back. Don't dominate conversations. So please share what you need to or ask your question and then step back. Let others speak up and share or ask a question. All right, lots of different colors of sunglasses or glasses here on the screen. This represents the possible different viewpoints that might be shared in class. You will never be expected to agree with somebody else's opinion, but remember respect. I do expect you to be respectful of opinions that might be shared or viewpoints that might be shared that you don't agree with. I'm not asking you to agree, I'm asking you to be respectful. All right. Yes, laughing with somebody, no laughing at somebody. So this says it's okay to laugh next to somebody, like the picture we see on the left, where it says, yes, that's okay. Laugh with your neighbor when something funny happens. However, on the right side, no, it's not okay to laugh at somebody. Remember, we all come to a class like sex ed with totally different levels of knowledge. And so, and also the topic itself. It's sometimes embarrassing and sometimes people laugh because we are uncomfortable. Just keep this in mind. It's not okay to laugh at others. Remember, go back to respect. That kind of covers everything, I think. All right, a hand with a stop. No personal stories or names. If you have questions or comments or stories that you feel are appropriate to share in class, we don't need to know who it's about. So you could say something like, I have a friend, or I heard that somebody did such and such. When you're sharing that story or asking that question, please keep it confidential. All right, so what do you think? Is there anything else that you would like to add to this set of group agreements? And can you agree to follow these group agreements? If so, we should have a smooth operating unit in sex ed. Thank you.